As soon as the Portuguese set foot on Brazilian lands 500 years ago, they started writing the first chapters of this nation's great history. In 1531, one of these brave navigators, Brás Cubas, arrived in the region and founded the city of Santos. At that time, ships arriving here used to lower their anchors in the Bay of Santos. The idea of moving the quay to the estuary of Santos is credited to Brás Cubas himself, who already in those days was concerned with a safer location for the port in waters better sheltered against frequent pirate attacks. The chosen place was a privileged one, a long berthing channel for the coming vessels.
Dia, Santos terá grande porto.
For over 3 centuries, the Port of Santos handled its cargoes through rudimentary warehouses, as depicted in the work of painter Benedito Calixto. The evolution started in 1867, when Sao Paulo Railway Company started operation. In 1888, Gaffrey, Ginley and Company was authorized by the federal government to construct and exploit the Port of Santos. Later on, that company became Companhia Docas de Santos. In 1892, overcoming huge construction difficulties, the first section of the berthing quay, 260 meters long, was ready. That marked the start of the organized port in Santos. A definite factor for the expansion of the port, coffee exports propelled its growth. After a while, there was 1 kilometer of quay and operations were carried out with the help of 10 hydraulic cranes. The port has not stopped growing ever since. In 1945, the quay was expanded and the first electric crane started operation. In the 50s, the port started to handle oil and its byproducts, generating then a growth of nearly 100% in operation volume. From then on, the evolution has gone on further, with large expansions as well as dedicated and private terminals starting operation. In 1980, with the end of the concession for Companhia Docas de Santos, Companhia Docas do Estado de Sao Paulo, CODESP was constituted, a mixed capital company under stock control of the federal government. Since the start of operation, the Port of Santos has been in the vanguard of the national port system. It serves the country's most industrialized and developed region and is responsible for 1/3 of all Brazilian exports and imports. We are presently living globalization times. The world is now a much more competitive market, without borders, where international trade has become essential to the planet. Port of Santos, the great Brazilian port, the largest and most important port in Latin America, loyal to its pioneering tradition, leads once more the way to the implementation of the processes for the modernization of Brazilian ports. With the privatization of its operations, the modernization and incorporation of new technologies, the creation of the Port Authority, and also the adoption of a modern system for strategic management, the Port of Santos has achieved significant results in the reduction of the so-called Brazil cost, thus expanding the competitive level of the Brazilian product in the international market. Today, the total area transferred to the private sector has surpassed the 1 million square meter mark. And the biddings are in progress, attracting an income of investment amounting to 1 billion reais. As a result of the increasing participation of private sector companies in port operation and also CODESP's consistent administration, Today, the Port of Santos is already prepared to face the challenges of the 21st century with efficiency and profitability. To meet all the demand, the Port of Santos counts on almost 14 kilometers of quay, with depths ranging up to 14 meters. It also has around 500,000 square meters of warehouses and 980,000 square meters of yards available, as well as an extensive rail and road network, connecting itself to the whole world by an extensive network of sea lines. The port counts on a diversified service for operations with general cargo, solid and liquid bulk, and has surpassed the mark of 42 million tons handled yearly. The port's set of equipment is another fine indicator of its capacity. They are modern and specialized resources such as loaders, conveyors, transfer cranes, container cranes, and reach stackers that have been ensuring a significant productivity growth. The port also counts on a modern passenger terminal. Those resources are a sample of the Port of Santos' potential and the infrastructure made available to the market and its partners. Partners the Port of Santos keeps searching for. Companies and groups with a modern mind and a view of the future, capable of recognizing and seizing the business potential Port of Santos has to offer. Port of Santos, port of ideas, port of action, the port for good business.